Hello everyone. Today we will talk about a concept. It is about what's the way to be truly happy. Truly happy means not a general kind of happiness which we see in day-to-day life. Like I've decided a goal. If it is fulfilled, I'm happy. I want something. If I get that thing, I will be happy. I have certain desires or certain lackingness which if it is recovered I will be happy. It is not that kind of happiness because it is till that moment when you are getting that thing. Okay, after that again next journey start and next goal or next desire or next something next arises and the journey continues and you still remain in the state of striving for something else and finding happiness there. So it is not that kind of happiness. I'm talking about the way to be truly happy. What is the way to be truly happy? Truly happy means a kind of happiness which is there inside you, a kind of enjoyment, a kind of self satisfaction, a kind of utter fulfillment which is there inside you, even if situation is not in favor, even if you are in your journey to get something, to go somewhere, to achieve something, even if you are in your journey, how can we happy at that moment also? Means let's suppose I have decided to gain something or to reach somewhere in 6 or 8 months or maybe 2 years or 3 years. I want to do these things and I will be in my journey. Okay, but the thing is the journey has its own frustration, anxiety and problem and uncertainty whether I will get that thing or not. So several things are associated with it, but I want to be happy in my journey itself. So what is the way to be truly happy? Means a permanent or durable kind of happiness which is not out there if I will reach to my destination, but it will be there even if I am in my journey. Okay, you get it? So for me, what I have understood, my understanding as of now says that there are two ways to be truly happy, and it is a deep contemplation. It will not. I think many of us will not be able to relate with this concept very easily because it requires some kind of broader thinking to understand what I'm going to say. So it is a philosophical kind of thing which has been discussed through many centuries, years, and lots of things are associated with it. But I'm trying to keep those things in today's frame. Ki what is the way to be truly happy? I've understood that there are two ways, and both these two ways are the different aspect of the same thing. They are the two sides of the same coin because at the end you will reach at the same conclusion, at the same state of beinghood. Though the interpretation and theories are different, but the state of being there is somehow unexplainable and it is same. If you will observe that kind of happiness from outside, you will find that in personality there isn't much difference. Both are peaceful, both are happy, both are enjoying the journey, both kind of person. But I'm talking about the ways. So first way is that your I becomes part of everything else in the world. Your I gets identified with everything out there. Means you became the possessor. You have started possessing or in some way or other started identifying with everything out there, which is this separate ego, which this separate ego can relate with. Okay, the separate ego, this I tendency can say yes, this is not something different from me. I can afford this, I can go there, I can feel this, I can buy this place I can visit, this country I can go, this restaurant I can visit. Means this is a way that you can afford everything. Okay, This is the way that your I become the part of everything else. Means your eyes area get expanded and become all inclusive kind of. But when there is nothing out there to compare and to get demotivated, you can do whatever you want. Okay, you can go, you can round all over the world, you can have any kind of people you want to meet, you can have your desire get fulfilled through different ways, different kind of desires, different way of fulfillment. So but there we see a problem, the problem of physical limitations. Even if you will become the richest person of this world, you will still lack. What you will lack? You may not lack the physical, you may not have the physical boundaries in this world. At this means in the earth we are living, you can go anywhere, you can have any kind of people, but you will have mental lackingness. You will remain unsatisfied at the mental level, at the psychological level, at the level of your desire, because this is the factual thing, this is the very physical limitations. Because even if we'll get the richest person of this world, we cannot be everywhere and anywhere, we cannot do any kind of thing. There are laws, there are things like dignity and all kind of things associated with it. So we cannot do whatever we want even if we have all the money of the world. We still remain separated, we still remain frustrated at the mental and psychological level. The recent example of this you can relate is the piston files. They all are billionaires, they have all kind of luxuries they can have, a human can have. They can do whatever they want, but in what kind of things they are associated, it is because of the mental lackingness, psychological and mental unfulfillment. Because it will always lack. You have accumulated all the wealth, you are the richest person of this world, but what? You have physical boundaries, you cannot associate, you can materially associate with these things belongs to me, this aeroplane is mine, and this island is mine, and I'm the richest person of the world, I can go anywhere, I can even go to Mars or moon, but what? For how long? Your material limitations is relaxed, it is free, you are more free than any other human being, so you can comparatively at the higher stage. But still you lack mental satisfaction, you lack mental peace, so you try one other way to get fulfilled. Episteme files in one such case. There are several cases, people do different kind of things, they experiment differently with their life to get kind of fulfillment. They think through this I can be more happy, I can through taking drugs, through eating cannibals, man flesh, having sex with a child, whatever. There are several distortions possible in mind. So even at the material level you become the richest person of the world, there is no guarantee that you will be truly happy, and you will be happy for in the long run, till your death you will be satisfied. I am reminded of a story, a person who was one of the richest person of his time, I forget his name, but he earned a lot of money throughout his life. When he was in debt with his servant asked, you have accumulated everything, the people lack, the people work so hard to earn some money, but you have done very well. You are the richest person of the world. So I think you will be dying peaceful, you will die very peacefully with a kind of satisfaction. But what he said, my target was to earn, let's say he earned $1 trillion, he said my target was to get $100 trillion. So I'm only 1% is fulfilled, I am 99% unfulfilled. My 99% target is unfulfilled as of now. So how can I have a peaceful death? I'm unsatisfied even at the deathbed, even after possessing lots of money, lots of wealth, and lots of material possession, another kind of possession. I might have some pronunciation problem, but so what I'm talking about, you will still lack, at the mental level, at the psychological level. So, though we don't value much the thinking in philosophical tradition like Advaita Vedanta and other philosophy like Buddhism, they all started with a question of suffering, human suffering. What is the root cause of suffering? Where the problem arises? What is this ignorance? What is this avidya? How this separate ego gets into a lot of conflict in his entire life. Why we cannot live a balanced and fulfilled and enjoyable life. So there are two different persons, but reaching the same goal. Vedanta says that you are Brahman. Aham Brahmasmi. Tattvamasi. You are all. You have separated from the reality even only at the appearance level, at the material level. Your jiva or your ego self is separated, feels separated. But at the subtlest level, at the level of Atman or at the level of true self, you are none distinct, none different from the cosmic consciousness or the root cause of the cosmic creation. Everything in Vedanta is manifestation of that root, you can say cause, the Brahman consciousness, the Chetna, everything is play of that Brahman Chetna. So you feel separated only at the psychological, at the psychophysical level. At the physical level, my body is having limitations, my my mental faculty having limitations, my intellect having limitations. But at the level of Atman, at the level of true self, the subtlest of the subtle level, you are in union with the entire universe, not just this world, not just the material things out there. But you cannot easily grasp. I said it requires a deeper level of contemplation. You will say, so what? So what? Let me possess some money, some wealth, and then I will be happy. Let me struggle. They have na, so they can say. But we lack those things right now. So why are you giving this knowledge? But it is not that literal. It is not that simple. This life is very short to get everything you want, and then you will find the answer of your lackingness, your unfulfillment, your suffering. You can be happy right now, right away. But the thing is, at the mental level, we have created a lot of conditioning surrounding us, around us. Lot of conflict, which appears to be, but it is not actually. You can be happy. Who is protecting you from being happy? Whatever you are, be a sweeper, be a worshipper, be a whatever. You can be in blissful state. Who is protecting you? Your mental projection is protecting you. Your accumulation, your accumulated self, your ego tendency is protecting you. I'm not saying you will deny your karma. You will deny the action even you will be happy. As of now, you think only if I will do my work with such kind of struggle and anxiety, I will get something and then I will be happy. I will be able to fill my belly, But I can do the same thing by being happy. Even if I'm capable of sweeping it, let's say. I'm a sweeper, Though I'm a sweeper, I clean my house daily. I clean even the street when I see something wrong there, something sprayed like a dustbin or kind of thing. I put them in. So in that sense, I'm a sweeper. You are sweeper. You must be cleaning your body, if not your house. So everyone is a sweeper. It is not about hierarchy. We need to understand that whatever I will be, whatever I am doing in the present moment, why I cannot do that thing by being in a happy state, by being blissful and peaceful state, fulfilled state. Though I will work, I will progress, because action cannot be denied. This life will go on, from here to there, from there to here, it will go on. But who is protecting me from being happy doing those things? I told you in the very start, na? What is protecting me from being happy through my journey? What is creating hurdle? So he says that your mental formation is creating hurdle. Your future projection is creating hurdle. Excessive future projection. Excessive past remembrance is creating hurdle. If you are clear, if you are at the subtle level very light, not you can say not filled with so many thoughts, you can be happy, you can sleep happily, you do not need medicine, So at the subtlest level, if you are in union with the world, if you are identified with everything is in the world, there is no comparison. There is no comparison. That's what I am saying. There is no comparison. Things will go, things will come, people will go, people will come, form will change, this world will change, you will grow, you will sometime fall. But you will see that it's all play of the outer manifested world. At some deeper level, I'm the observer, I'm seeing all these things going on. I'm still in a state of inner fulfillment, inner enjoyment. Even if I'm getting hurt, or even if I'm getting some kind of fever or some kind of disease, I will see that it's just going on. It's just passing, it just came, it's just heal with time. I'm still an observer, and not a passive observer, an active observer. I see the form is changing. This is the very nature of the world. But I also see there is something inside me which is just watching. There's nothing to do. No politics inside. No worry inside. So Vedanta talk about identification at the subtlest level. When your Atman, Ayam Atma Brahman, or Prajnanam Brahman, the consciousness is Brahman, and that consciousness is you. Your Atman is the Brahman consciousness, Tattvamasi. So this is one way, and you will see in the second way which I am talking about. The second way that Buddhists talk about is to get rid of your ego, get rid of yourself, anatta, anatma. There is no such self. Why are you in worry? Why are you thinking so much? There is no such self. Everything is dependently produced. Your body, this structure is creating some kind of experience inside you, which is also changing. Your body is changing. You are changing. There is no permanent thought inside you. There is no permanent self inside you who will identify with, tomorrow I was having depression, the people said me this, people abused me, people make me feel low, they hurt my ego. There is no such ego. You have created that ego out of your mental formations. You have created that center inside you, which is a permanent kind of center, which feels, which say, which act, which identified everything with that ego, So Buddhist says that there is no such ego, there is no such self. Why you are in worry? Why are thinking that you are important, something important? Everyone just flowing, just going on, just changing. What other person is possessing today, it might be possessed by someone else tomorrow. There are several graves already beneath the grave of a new person. So, Sabbe Dhamma Anatta. Everything is dependently arisen, everything is dependently produced. So, you get rid of your ego through knowledge. There is no such ego. Why you are so identified with everything else? Why you are taking everything in on your own mental fluctuations, the flow of mental thoughts? Why are you identifying with your thoughts? They are changing, they are going on. They are just passing the river. They are just like a river crossing. There is no permanent, stable kind of thing with which you will identify. The moment you will identify, it will change. It will go from this side to that side. So, there is no way of identifying. There is no anatta. There is no Atman, Anatta. No self. Your body is formed through the accumulation of trillions of cells. It is dying every day, changing the form. Your hair is growing and it will be cut, and then new hair will grow. So, who is there with which you will identify? This is my, this is my, this is my, this has to be my, this will be my, only then I will be happy. Do you think you will be able to possess or the person will remain same when it will have those possession which he is thinking about? This possession kind of thing is just an example. There are several interpretations to this. Any kind of attachment you are having in your life, do you think you will remain same? Or do you think you are the same? To whom someone said something yesterday, or to whom someone will say something tomorrow? Do you think so? So, actually, when you will see through knowledge, when you will be able to meditate upon it, when you will be able to contemplate deeply, able to contemplate upon it, that there is no such self, the ego is a false kind of appearance, you can say, or false projection of the accumulated things like Nam, Roop, Vedna, feelings, sensations, consciousness, and sanskar. The past remembrance, the past mental formations, present feelings, your mind and body, name and its form, your consciousness, all accumulately getting accumulated and producing this being. There is no such specific and unique identity to anything which we can point that this person is something, this person is a criminal, this person is a god or godly figures. No. So I said ki both are the two different interpretation of the same thing. Means in the Vedanta also, when your false ego, when your appearance kind of ego, your jiva, getting knowledge of the true consciousness or true Atman, dissolved. It's just dissolved. It's become nothing. It's just become a nothing kind of observer which relates with the everything, at the subtlest level. Same in the Buddhism, when after contemplation you reach at the level of understanding, at the level of nididhyasan, become union with the knowledge, you find that there is no such permanent self, and there also you become nothing. there also you become nothing. And that nothingness is, you get rid of your I, you become zero, like this. And when you become zero, you are all inclusive. Automatically you are all inclusive. If I'll keep certain things here, it will have certain kind of identity. If it will get just, I mean, say, erased, or it has been somehow through telepathy being disformed, or you will take example ki there is something which I have burnt completely and it's mixed in the air and everything else. So it becomes everything. The space will become vacuum, and when it becomes vacuum, it is identified with the entire space. It becomes union with the entire world, like a balloon taking some air inside it, and it just pinch it and it goes on like spreading with everywhere. The air is spreading everywhere. So you will not be able to identify which molecules is here, which molecules is there. In the same way, you can become creating a vacuum inside you. There is no permanent entity. So you become in union. Though they are not talking about the union, but you are in some kind of union with the entire universe. There also, the ego, the projection of ego, the mental fluctuations, the identifications, all stopped. And you can enjoy your journey. You can be happy in your journey. Nothing to point out. Hey, you are a failure. Hey, you are a winner. Hey, you are a loser. These are also projections. These are all names given to some kind of being. Hey, you are a very respected kind of person. Hey, you are in Brahman consciousness. Hey, you are in Atman consciousness. It will not create any kind of impression or some kind of appreciable feelings. Oh, I am getting lots of respect, lots of dignity. I am something. I have done something. I have knowledge of Brahman, or I have knowledge of something. I am truly happy. I am in a blissful state. There is no I. There is no I actually. So even if the person will act like, oh, thank you so much, the person will cross his hand and will be in humble state before yourself, in gratitude before yourself, but not getting any kind of impression inside him. Ki, okay. Tomorrow, if I will do something wrong, I might lose this respect, and I do not afford to lose this respect. Who am I? Who am I? Krishna, whatever you can say, anything. We will talk about Krishna some other day. This is great, interesting personality. He was something at some time, something else at some other time. Sometime living the war kind of situation, living the war ground and just escaping. Ranchor Das. Sometime doing some mystical kind of thing like Chaliya. Those who cheat people. But do not judge him through one act. You will not be able to. Your intellect will not be able to. He was having certain kind of purpose. He was doing out of some kind of sense of unity. He was not disrespecting anyone. He was not unkind to anyone, not insensitive towards anyone. He was just teaching. He was just living a happy life, even erasing the memory part of it. And at the same time, he was utterly sensitive also. Those who were loving him, he was always there, even saving them by even giving his own life. So he was sensitive to that level. So you cannot say he was selfish kind of person. We'll talk about him some other day. But so no name and form will be able to correctly define that state, because there is no identification. Even any kind of projection or whatever I can say, essence you will try to give to that kind of person, it will not be able to define accurately. You will lose, because that person itself doesn't possess any identity. How you will identify him? How you will identify him? Whatever he is doing out of his inner prerna. You know. Someone can feel some kind of anarchy there. Okay, so people can do anything he want. He will be like a free being who can do any kind of thing. But you will not find a single example in the entire history where people like Jesus, people like Raman, people like Ramakrishna, people like Vivekananda, people like Krishna, people like Ram, people like I don't know much about Muhammad, but people like Muhammad, Rahim, Chaitanya, Kabir, Ravidas, Buddha, Mahavira. You will not find they doing anarchy kind of thing. They are just doing for the sake of teaching people the right thing. They are trying to shake the ego of the people. They are trying to remove them from their own ignorance. They are trying to get people rid of their ignorance through different way and different kind of action. But their ultimate goal is out of compassion, not out of anger, not out of selfish interest, not out of ego boost, or out of appreciation even. You are giving me lots of respect. That kind of people is fully capable of living with their own self, and even they are capable enough to do what most of the people are unable to do. Means they can be successful in any area they want, because they are in such kind of state. No? They are in such kind of stable state. So whatever they will choose, they will do it very accurately, very with perfection. But since the suffering is the real thing of this world, even if out of ignorance, but it is a real factual thing. So automatically their action become a kind of action which can help people out of suffering, because they themselves cannot feel others in pain, you know. So our constitution, our law, whatever, they are not something creation of a intellectual mind. They are a creation of a humble mind, sensitive mind, through years and years of evolution. But the single motto of any constitution is to balance your own identity or own ego with the ego of other persons also, you know, because other is also there. You cannot ignore them. You cannot do whatever you want. You cannot speak, say whatever you want. You cannot act arbitrarily. You cannot cause pain to another person. You see, na? Your freedom to raise your hand stop when the nose of other person start, where the nose of the other person start. So the essential things of the constitution is that only you don't exist, others also existing, and they have also right to exist. Na? So you cannot be powerful enough, manipulative enough to corrupt and to cheat other person. So to balance the rights of everyone, it is created. Constitution is created, and it is a product of sensitive mind who feel certain kind of union, who have a shared consciousness with the humanity at large. You know, one group of people trying to boost their ego by accumulating all the wealth of the world. 1% people is possessing more than 90% of the wealth of the world, at the cost of having pain, suffering, insufficiency at the material level. of the other group of person in the world. Like American countries is striving at the cost of African countries living in poverty. European countries striving at the cost of colonial country getting looted during the colonial period. So at your happiness is at the cost of other person suffering. This economic kind of thing, theory kind of things, economy will rise, everyone's income will rise, just a nonsense kind of thing. It's just to fool the people and to keep them in control. Economy will rise and then your income will rise and then you will become only few, always. It is the, even Marxist cannot get rid of this kind of thing. Rule of labor class, or rule of the whatever the means denying power to the bourgeois class and taking power from them, and shifting the world and its system according to the needs of the labor class and those who are in the lower level at the material and the economical or cultural or something, that kind of. So even Marxist cannot success. Failures will be there also, because with the Marxist or capitalist system, whoever will run the system will only be few. And if that person is corrupt, their ego is not that kind, always problem will arise. If I have $1 billion, okay, $1 billion I have earned. Now why do not shift towards social work after accumulating all the luxury, a permanent income, permanent facility, all the basic needs and even luxuries are fulfilled? Why do not shift to share the suffering of other person? Why still crave for my own well-being and my own growth? If 1% of people, those accumulating more than 90% of the wealth, start diverting their money accumulation towards them from which they have accumulated it at the cost of the suffering of other person, you don't think this earth will become a nice place? But they will not do, because of theory, because of several kind of things, because of own wants, own selfish, self-centered activity, selfish desires, ego boosting, comparative faculty of mind, hierarchical order of the mind, dual nature of the mind. The kind of donation they when give, do not give out of the sensitive, so that they are feeling the pain of the other person or the other group of people or the other people of the other country. They are doing it to justify themselves and to justify the world that they are concerned about this kind of thing. Why you cannot frame that kind of system key where your profit or your share will be very limited to your own family, like in Tata? I do not know much about it, but some kind other companies also, they do it. They have done it, very few, but they have done it. The sole person, one person will not remain the shareholder, more than 50% of the shareholder of that company. It will be divided equally or more or less towards different group of people, and rest of the property will go back, giving good service to the people, earning from them and giving back to them. That kind of change is required, no? But it is at a collective level. Someone said, if you want to change the world, change yourself. So you can, this is our physical limitation, you can say, we need to start with ourselves. We need to think, we need to argue, we need to question. You need to understand. And what you can do, you should do at the individual level. If we'll all start doing even contributing even a bit in different direction, not just one direction, but out of love, out of compassion, not out of selfish desires or self-centered activity beyond a certain point. No, basic needs is required, and you have your hand and your foot, so you can work any kind of work you can do to not remain dependent on the other person. But after fulfilling your basic needs, you should project or you should direct not towards comparative hierarchical order, so that you reach from one level to another level to another. You will die one day. All your wealth will remain here, though for your family, but you feel union with your family, but you do not feel union with those people suffering out there. What kind of union it is? You think they are your own part of your own ego, own self, so you are sensitive towards them. But since you do not feel so, there are physical limitations also, because others body cannot be your body. Your father or your son will not be your body, okay? But you share the consciousness at the mental, at the psychological, at the subtle level, with mother, with father, with sister, or whatever. So but there are biological and psychophysical reasons for it. But if you can feel the pain of not just your own family, but the humanity at large, you will not be concerned just about fulfilling your own needs and all your own kind of possession. Increasing your possession, growing. You will automatically do certain kind of thing which will be in welfare of the entire humanity, with the entire society. So either your I become all inclusive, Aham Brahmasmi, not at the literal level, sthul level or gross level, but at the subtlest level, from where compassionate kind of action arises, or you get rid of your I. Both are the state of nothingness. Brahman is also something nothingness. Something nothingness, self-contradictory, but it is also so subtle that it is nothing in comparison to the gross material world. And when you get rid of your I, in Buddhist philosophy, you still become vanished. So you become nothing. From there, action, compassionate action out of inner fulfillment, and action out of inner enjoyment, action out of inner love. Because you will not become cause of others' pain, From very start, you have done more than 50% of the work. You will not be cruel to anyone. You will not be insensitive towards anyone. You will not be causing pain wherever you will be, because you are ready to be with yourself now. So why will you create hurdle with others' life? You will try to erase their problem whenever you will get chance. You will not cause hurdle to them. The people do so. So the kind of inner satisfaction or inner fulfillment is required to be able to do something good for the entire world. If you are good, or if you are satisfied, so you have contributed at least 1% to many things, to several things: climate change, making the world a good place, eradicating the problems of other person. You have already contributed.